What is up, guys? It's JpCharisma speaking, and today I'm here with Elvis.
What is up, guys?
He's going to be helping me install these Denso 600cc injectors, and today we're going to be showing you how to actually install injectors on whatever VQ platform you have. Alright guys, so right now we are going to be taking off the brace. This is only for 370Zs, so if you're trying to install some injectors, you got to make sure you take this brace off, and a couple more things. So the first step we're going to do is take off of these bolts for the front brace. So it's a 14mm socket, and you just want to take off these bolts, and then you want to just do the same thing for both of those sides, and then you should be good to go. Alright, so now what you have to do is take these 5 bolts off of your plenum cover. So it's a 10mm socket, and you just want to put it on there and just done with that. Alright, this should be okay. I don't know what's happening, but we're gonna get it off. Alright, there we go. It's off. Just got 3 more bolts. That doesn't even have one. Alright, so now I'm just gonna let Elvis take over a little bit.
So the next thing you're going to want to do is we're going to remove the throttle bodies. That way it gives us better access to get into the injectors. So the first thing that you want to do is just loosen up your intakes. That way you can remove them from the throttle body, which gives you better access to those bolts on the throttle bodies. And you'll be able to use an Allen key to remove those. And there's 4, so it's fairly simple. And the reason why you don't want to leave them onto the plenum is because you're going to have to remove the plenum, and you have coolant lines going to the throttle bodies. So if you don't want to risk spilling coolant, and then it's going to smell once it gets on your headers. These things are on there tight. Jeez. These hoses in the back here, nothing major. You have your map sensor that you want to remove, since we'll be removing the plenum.
Yeah. And
then you probably want to remove this one too. Basically, this anything on this bracket. You don't even have you have like 2 bolts here, 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The other one's not here. And then just undo it.
Oh, okay. So I can just do that with basic pliers.
Yeah. So it's basic stuff.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There you go.
Cool. So after we take this plenum off, we should be good to go, right?
And I'll just remove the map sensor real quick. You don't have to disconnect it or anything. It's just that's good. That one's off. This bracket's off. And then
you might need to do your battery or something.
Huh?
I said you might want to change your battery.
Yeah. But there's also 1 bolt here and also 1 bolt there. With this one, you want to be careful a little bit. At least the one in the back, because the one in the back is a little bit harder to get to.
Yeah.
And you don't want it to drop. So if you have a magnet, I don't know if you've seen it, but like the whole plenum came up.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. We got lucky.
I don't know if you want to do that over the engine bay.
Right. Once it's gone, it's gone.
Exactly. So you should just lift it up and it'll be good?
If we did everything correctly, it should.
Something. It feels like it's on something. Maybe like this way or something?
It's forgotten.
I was like, the front is like...
It's heavy, yeah. Alright, if we did it correct now.
Okay, there we go.
And it is off. So there are 1, 2, 3, and 4. They look like 14mm bolts that you want to remove. And that will just, you can pop the injectors up right after there, if I am correct. It might be a little bit difficult. Mine were a little bit hard to get to, or to pop up, so don't be afraid to give it a little bit of a tug, and they should pop right out. And then you would remove those, disconnect. You actually don't even have to disconnect them. Remove it. Actually, yes, you would have to disconnect them because they're attached to the other injectors. And then slide those other ones in, and then reverse everything. The fuel rails.
Just hopefully nothing falls in there. Just covering that up so nothing falls in there.
Yeah, you don't want anything to fall in there. If he dies, he dies.
What?
There we go. Got this side out. There we go. That came out.
Alright. These injectors are out.
I believe I disconnected mine here, and that's a fuel.
There's like a harness that's connected.
Yes,
to
and
it.
you also have to disconnect that. So why don't we disconnect that?
Okay, I didn't even know you could get back there.
There we go.
Cool. That one was actually pretty easy.
So yeah, you don't want to put any stress on that.
Okay.
And I don't even think there's a an O-ring on that one. There might be, but I disconnected that and that. I was able to lift the fuel rail out.
Okay, so you want to do that?
Yeah, and we can also, so there's the harness that is connected to the fuel rails there. Just
Same
take
thing.
a
on the
flat
other
drive,
side.
yeah, pop that in, and push it out.
So it really wasn't on there that tight. I love those tools, the ratcheting wrenches.
I got these. I want to get also the ones that have like a swivel on the back, so that way if you need to get like a better angle.
I think I have those actually.
Yeah, those are good.
It's weird. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
See, when I did mine, my car was sitting for a good minute, like a few weeks actually, and so all the fuel was like out of the.
It's just dripping everywhere. Finesse it. What is something stuck like right there? It's like a metal, like this thing.
What is up, guys? I realized while editing this video that I didn't show you guys me taking off the fuel rails. So I'm going to explain what happened. So for us, it was hard for us to get the fuel rails out of the car because before this clip, I showed you me taking off these two bolts to this like gas line kind of thing. And that thing was getting in the way of us taking the fuel rails out. And also there was like this bracket that was kind of next to the firewall that I showed you in the previous clips as well, that we had to like maneuver it around. So it was very hard to get the fuel rails out. We had to finesse it out. Anyway, so in this video clip that you are watching, I was very anxious about seeing if the Denso injectors would actually work with the stock wiring harness, and they do, which doesn't surprise me because these are the Denso 600cc injectors that come out of the 370Z Stillen kit. So it's just direct bolt-on. So that's pretty much why I'm showing you this. But anyways, if you like the video, please give it a fat thumbs up.
So the injector sits on this little bracket. It basically slides right into here around it where this little ring is, So what I just do is I just take a flat head, pop it right out of its place, and then same on the other side. And then just take the injector and it should come right out. I twist it. There you go. So, and that's pretty much how you do it, and it would be the same thing for all of them.
So you kind of just like lift up right there.
Yep.
And then right there.
And you see it's like loose, and then I'll disconnect the injector first.
Like this part?
There you go. Don't be afraid to pull it.
Just
I like twist it around, spin it a little bit. There you go.
Okay, that's easy.
So with these injectors, since they're a little bit different than the OEM ones, we won't be needing the little bracket that fits around the other injectors, and I'll show you so that way you can see. The other injectors had this little ring there, and you would slide it right over into there, and then this one here doesn't have that, so I guess you wouldn't be able to use these. And then I guess just put them in, plug them up, we'll be able to put the fuel rail back in.
So they just fit right in?
I guess so.
It's amazing. And GTR injectors do the same thing, don't they?
Mine had the brackets. I put the brackets with the GTRs.
Okay, so we're on the final step. I'm going to flash my ECU. You have to because you're going to be running bigger injectors. So right now I am using UpRev to do this. My tuner John Parham from Z1 is the one that actually sent me this tune. So right now we are uploading it on there. And then, yep, it's erasing the old tune. Right now it's programming. Alright, so let's turn the vehicle off. Alright, now it's saying to turn it on. Alright, I think we're good to go now. I'm gonna start it up, see if it works. Okay.
Stop.
What? Alright guys, it is like 7 o'clock, 8 almost. And the only issue we really had
It's
was
still
just,
6.
It feels like 10 o'clock.
It just got dark. What you mean?
But anyways, guys, the only thing that's causing us to be out late is because this stupid little thing right here, the O-ring broke. So we had to replace that.
We went to AutoZone, grabbed 2, just in case they decided to do it again. But it all checked out okay.
Alright, we're gonna reflash my ECU one more time because my tuner just built me a new map, so hopefully everything works with the 600cc injectors. The car was not starting. I mean, it would start, but it just wouldn't stay at idle. So let's see if this works, and if so, then we should be good to go. Alright, that's all we needed. Finally.
Awesome.
Finally, oh my gosh. We're done.
Alright guys, so right now we finally finished installing the injectors. We reflashed the ECU, so now my car is finally running. So I want to give a special shout out to Elves for helping me install these injectors. He didn't really have to do that, but he helped me anyways. We went through a little bit of small troubles here and there, trying to take the fuel rails out and also trying to put the like fuel connector portion. Like we broke an O-ring, so that's why it took us so long because we had to replace that. So the car is running now. Everything's good. I have 1 dot left on my gas gauge, so that way I can put E85 on my car and then do some pulls, some data logs, and make the most power out of E85. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Please comment, subscribe, and remember, let's turn our dreams into reality.